Mr. Mefford, probable cause has been determined for the charge of assault, family or household member, impeding breath or circulation. Can you afford an attorney or do you need a court-appointed attorney?
Court appointed.
Okay. Ms. Walker?
Your Honor, Mr. Mefford is 17 years old. He has lived here in Amarillo all of his life. Right now, due to the pending charges and stuff, he will be moving his residence in anticipation of emergency protective order being issued. He does have a friend that he can stay with during this time. He also has his grandmother, I think, that he may be able to stay with if necessary. He currently works at Dairy Queen and he also goes to school out in Bushland. I would just ask the court to please take that into consideration in setting his bond and possibly reducing it somewhere around $2,500. His whole life he has no reason to leave. And in fact, he has no ability to leave. He still needs to be in school whenever it starts.
I'm going to set your bond in the amount of $5,000. Your bond conditions are going to be no contact or communication in a threatening or harassing manner. Go within 200 yards of her home, her workplace, other known places that she frequents. You're being placed under a magistrate's order of emergency protection that begins today, the 28th day of July of 2025. This will be in effect until October the 26th of 2025. While on bond, you also may not break any laws of the state of Texas or any other state, and you must abstain from the use or possession of any illegal, dangerous drugs, narcotics, marijuana, and alcohol unless under the direction of a physician while on bond. Thank you, Mr. Mefford. Mr. Tropez, I've determined probable cause for injury of a child or elderly or disabled with intent bodily injury. Can you afford an attorney or do you need a court-appointed attorney?
I need one.
Okay. Ms. Walker?
Your Honor, he has lived in Amarillo all of his life. His family and friends are here. In fact, his grandmother is here, and right now she's helping him pay bills and get back on his feet. He's unable to work right now because of various injuries that he's trying to heal from, including back, hip problems. He has been in jail over in Rusk County for the past 5 months, so he doesn't have anything in savings, Your Honor. He served out time on a misdemeanor over there. But he does have the ability to travel to court. And in the past, he has always complied with a bond condition. His bond conditions went out on bond. I asked the court to take that into consideration in setting a bond.
Okay. I'm going to set the bond in the amount of $20,000. Your bond conditions are to have no contact or communication with the victim. You cannot go within 200 yards of the victim, the workplace, home, or other known places of the victim. You may not break any laws of the state of Texas or any other state, and you must abstain from the use or possession of any illegal, dangerous drugs, narcotics, marijuana, and alcohol unless under the direction of a physician while on bond. Thank you, Mr. Tropez.
Appreciate it.
Sorry.
Mr. Gonzalez, you have a warrant for your arrest for unlawfully possessing a firearm by a felon. Can you afford an attorney or do you need a court-appointed attorney?
I need a court-appointed attorney.
Okay. Ms. Walker?
Your Honor, Mr. Gonzalez has Van Williamson that's been appointed, and I believe it's to the charge in connection with this one. This one was a warrant based off of a previous event. Mr. Gonzalez, how long have you lived in Amarillo?
All my life, 32 years.
How long have you lived at this address that you've got listed on Paradise?
I'm saying it's May.
And are you currently employed?
No, ma'am. I was supposed to go to a job interview today at JBS.
And have you ever worked for them before?
No, ma'am. I worked for Tyson though.
How long did you work for Tyson?
Few months, and then I worked construction for Fuller & Sons for about half a year.
Do you normally stay employed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
But I was on ankle monitor back then, so stuff was kind of hard for me to, you know what I'm saying, maneuver around.
Have you always complied with conditions of bond or parole?
Yes, ma'am. I completed parole whenever I got out of prison, and then I just bonded out. I completed my bond and stuff like that. The case got dismissed, but I completed all of that.
I'd ask the court to take that into consideration and possibly reduce this bond to 15,000.
I'm going to set his bond amount of $25,000. Your bond conditions are going to be within 72 hours of release on bond. You must have installed, within 72 hours of release on bond, you are ordered to wear or carry a GPS device and pay associated costs. You must remain in your home between the hours of 9 p.m. and 6 a.m. unless you're on your way to work, at work, or on your way home from work. You may not break any laws of the state of Texas or any other state, and you must abstain from the use or possession of any illegal, dangerous drugs, narcotics, marijuana, and alcohol unless under the direction of a physician while on bond. Thank you, Mr. Gonzalez.
And I'll let Dan.
Mr. Mendoza, you have a warrant for your arrest out of district court. This is a probation violation, evading arrest and detention with a vehicle. Can you afford an attorney, or do you need a court-appointed attorney?
I can afford an attorney.
Okay. All right, your bond is a no bond for me today. The judge that you pled guilty to that signed your probation violation warrant will be the judge to set your bond. Thank you. Mr. I'm sorry.
He also has a DWI.
I see that. So I've determined probable cause for driving while intoxicated second. So I'm going to put you, do you need a court-appointed attorney, or can you afford your own attorney?
No, I can afford an attorney.
Okay. Just know that anytime before you enter a plea of guilty, if you're unable to hire your own attorney, you can stop and ask for that court-appointed attorney. Just because you say no today does not mean you lose that right to have that court-appointed attorney. All right. Ms. Walker.
Your Honor, I would have the court know that Mr. Mendoza is a 2019 graduate of Palo Duro. He's lived in Amarillo all of his life. His parents are here. He lives with his parents currently and has worked construction jobs in the past year. He tries to stay employed, and he is planning on coming in and taking care of these charges. He has a way to get around town to be able to make it into both courts.
Okay. I'm going to set your bond the amount of $3,000. Your bond conditions are going to be, before the 30th day after release on bond, you must have installed on your vehicle a deep one breath analysis mechanism. You may not operate any vehicle that is not equipped with that device. You also are prohibited from consuming alcohol while on bond. You must remain in your home between the hours of 9 p.m. and 6 a.m. unless you're at work, on your way to work, or on your way home from work. And you may not break any laws of the state of Texas or any other state while on bond. Thank you, Mr. Mendoza.
Thank you.
Interlock on your call. You gotta breathe before it turns on. Okay.
And I just wait for the no for
Yeah, we'll let you know here in a bit.
Ms. West, I've determined probable cause for criminal trespass. Can you afford an attorney, or do you need a court-appointed attorney?
Court appointed.
Yes, ma'am. Ms. Walker?
Ms. West, how long have you lived in Amarillo?
1973.
And are you currently employed right now?
No, I'm disabled.
And where you live in Karen, Amarillo?
Yes, I live in Amarillo.
Where do you live at?
I was staying at my mother's street, Amarillo, 79106.
And this is the property that you know that you've been trespassed from, is that correct?
Yes,
Is there another place that you can stay here in town?
at the Post Salvation Army.
Have you ever stayed over at the Resource Center?
No,
Your Honor, I'd ask the court to take that into consideration in setting Ms. West bond.
Yes. Miss West, are you currently on bond for something else?
No, ma'am.
Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set you a $1,000 personal bond,
Thank
but I
you.
need you to understand a few things. So what this means that you won't have to go through a bondsman, but you need to be able to receive mail, and you can get mail at the resource center. You
Okay,
just
ma'am.
go
I
ahead.
received my mail at the post office downtown. It's general delivery, and that's where I received my mail.
Okay.
General deliveries,
Just
Amarillo,
want to make
Texas,
sure that you check that
700.
because you'll get notifications of court. And so
Okay,
you want to make sure that you do not miss any of your court dates.
yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
While you're on bond, I have one bond condition.
Yes,
Don't
ma'am.
break the laws of the state of Texas or any other state.
Yes,
And then
ma'am.
I'm going to tell you, I'm going to restate the same thing that Ms. Walker said. You've been trespassed from that property on Maryland. Do not go back. They will rearrest you.
Ma'am, my clothing and my items that have belonged to me are over there. My mother bought that home for my younger brother, who's in the federal penitentiary right now. And my brother Douglas, who has been paying the taxes on it, he, when my mother passed away, he took it upon himself to just do whatever he wanted to do. And so he took over on the property. Her will never went to probate court, I didn't ever get to know what she had written down in her will. Uh, but the belongings that I have that are over there, personal clothing and that sort of thing. And that's what I was doing over there, was trying to get my clothing and my items that I had purchased, that I worked for during my life of being here in Amarillo.
I'm going to tell you for right now, you cannot go back to get your property. Your
Okay,
court-appointed attorney, talk to your court-appointed attorney about this and see if there's not something that can be done to get your property back, or at least get you in contact with somebody where you can have some clothes donated, shoes, things like that to help you. But do not go back to that property. I understand your things are in the shed, but do not go back to that property right
it's a garage, it's not a shed.
now. Okay.
But I understand, ma'am, and I will not go back. Thank you.
Okay. And like I say, just talk to your court-appointed attorney about it. All right. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
And I'll talk to you here in a bit, Susan.
And judge on this next person.
Mr. Coursey,
Ma'am.
I've determined probable cause for a terroristic threat cause fear of imminent serious bodily injury. Can you afford an attorney, or do you need a court-appointed attorney?
I'm currently working right now. I go forward one if I have a little bit of time to get all my stuff arranged.
Okay, so for right now, I can put down no, that you're going to try to hire your own. But if you are unable to pay for and hire your own, and you qualify as indigent, anytime before you enter a plea of guilty, you can stop and ask for that court-appointed attorney. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am. I would like that.
So for today, I will say no to the court-appointed attorney and give you the opportunity to try and get you one. But if you are unable to, then when you go for docket, and they're going to ask you again, they're going to read you your rights, and they'll say, you want a court-appointed attorney. At that point, you can say, or yes, I want a court-appointed attorney. Or when you show up for docket, just tell them that I need a court-appointed attorney. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Ms. Walker?
Your Honor, Mr. Coursey has lived here in Amarillo for a year. During that time, he's had his own apartment. He works at Chewy's, but he also does construction on the side. He's employed on various jobs doing that. He has his only family is here in town, and that's his brother. His brother has also been pretty stable here. I actually know his brother. He has his own apartment. He has like 2 jobs and is working. They are both trying to make something of themselves, Your Honor. They are the only family that they have. And so they're not planning on going anywhere. Amarillo is their base for right now. All of their friends are here. And I would ask the court to possibly take that into consideration and reducing his bond to $500. He is going to appear and show back for court.
I'm actually going to set the bond. I'm going to go with a recommended $1,000. Your bond conditions are not to break any laws of the state of Texas or any other state. While you are on bond, I do not want you to possess a firearm or ammunition, and I want you to have no contact or communication in a threatening, harassing manner of the victim. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you.
I will.
Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Mr. Jasper, you have a warrant for your arrest for assault causing bodily injury, family member. Can you afford an attorney or do you need a court-appointed attorney?
I need a court-appointed attorney.
Yes, Ms. Walker?
Your Honor, Mr. Jasper is a lifetime resident of Amarillo. He got his GED when he was 16, and he went to college shortly thereafter at Amarillo College to become a mechanic, which he is. He's got various certifications. Right now, he's got 2 kids, 2 boys that are teenagers that he supports that live with him. He actually found out about this warrant and turned himself in. He wasn't waiting for somebody to come get him. He's wanting to take care of this charge, wanting to figure out what's going on and to go to court on it. He stayed employed with his various employers for over 17 years. He's not going anywhere. He's going to take care of this charge. I would ask the court to take that into consideration and reduce the bond to $1,000.
I'm going to set the bond the amount of $1,500. Your bond conditions are going to be no contact or communication with the victim. You may not go within 200 yards of the victim, the home, the workplace, or other known specified places that the victim goes to.
Yes, ma'am.
You may not break any laws of the state of Texas or any other state, and you must abstain from the use or possession of any illegal, dangerous drugs, narcotics, marijuana, and alcohol unless under the direction of a physician while on bond.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jasper.
Hey, you represented me one time.
Yeah, I don't. You never know.
Believe that